All right, so 1.5 part 3. In part 3, we still are dealing with our imaginary numbers, but we bring back the quadratic formula because with our quadratic formula, it is possible to get a negative under our square root, which is where our imaginary numbers come from. So keep that in mind. If we have a negative under our square root, you always want to take it out and turn it into an I. But other than that, this section's the same as what we did in 1.4 that you guys had your test on with the quadratic formula. So the quadratic formula is the same. So let's do A. We have x squared plus 9 equals 0. So if we're going to use our quadratic formula here, our quadratic formula is negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. What's our a? 1, perfect. What's our b? Do I have an x? No, so what do we think b is? 0, awesome. So in that spot, we'd have a 0 in front of our x. So our b is 0. And what's our c? 9. So let's plug everything in. So our b we said is 0, so we have negative 0 plus or minus the square root of 0 squared minus 4 times a times c, so times 1 times 9, over 2 times a, so 2 times 1. So after we plug everything in, we just need to simplify. So negative 0 is still just 0, but because it's 0, it can just go away. So we just have plus or minus the square root of 0 squared is just 0. So here we have negative 4 times 1 would be negative 4, and negative 4 times 9. Negative 36, perfect, over 2. Now remember, you can't simplify, you can't divide into your square root. We have to simplify first. What's the square root of negative 36? Awesome. The negative comes out and turns into an I, and 36 is a perfect square. So we know that the square root of 36 is 6. So it would be plus or minus 6i over 2. Now that we have whole numbers, we've got a whole number 6 and a whole number 2, can we simplify? Yes. Yeah, what's 6 divided by 2? 3. So this would be plus or minus 3i. So these would be our two answers. We totally could have just solved normally from the beginning, but if it says solve using the quadratic formula, yes, solve like this, but this is really just showing you, like, if you were missing an A, B, or C, you just put a 0 in that spot. So just to practice with our quadratic formula. But this you totally could have solved by subtracting the 9 to the other side. Any questions here? All right, let's do B. Let's practice our quadratic formula again. What's our A? 1. What's B? 4, and C? 5. Awesome. So negative b would be negative 4 plus or minus the square root of b squared, so we have 4 squared, minus 4 times a times c, so times 1 times 5, over 2 times a, so 2 times 1. So when we simplify, we have negative 4 plus or minus the square root of, what's 4 squared? 16. Negative 4 times 1 would be negative 4, and negative 4 times 5? Negative 20. Over 2 times 1, which is 2. We can simplify some more. So we have negative 4 plus or minus the square root of, what's 16 minus 20? Negative 4 over 2. Now remember, you can't divide into the square root. We have to simplify first. What is the square root of negative 4?
2.
Awesome. The negative comes out, turns into an I, and we know that the square root of 4, it's perfect square, so that would be 2. So we get negative 4 plus or minus, we said 2i over 2. Now let's see, are all three of our whole numbers divisible by the same thing?
Yeah.
What goes into negative 4, 2, and 2? 2. So we could divide them all by 2. So we have negative 2 plus or minus, would I say 1i? Just I, perfect. We don't need the coefficient of 1. And would we put it over 1? Nope, we don't need the 1 in the denominator either. It just makes it the whole number. So here our answer is negative 2 plus or minus I. Let's look at number 1. Now with number 1, we can jump right into our quadratic formula if you want. But also, what do we notice about the numbers here?
You could take a 2.
We could take a 2 out. They're all divisible by 2. If you don't take a 2 out in the beginning, that's okay. Your answer will just end up simplifying more at the end. But because we have a GCF, we can divide out our GCF. So let's divide everything by 2. And because our GCF is just a number, it goes away. So we have 5x squared minus 2x plus 5 equals 0. So what's our A? 5. What's B? Negative 2. And C? 5. Perfect. So let's plug it in. We have negative B, so that would be negative 2 plus or minus the square root of B squared, so negative 2 squared, minus 4 times A times C, so 4 times 5 over 2 times A, so 2 times 5. So negative 2 would turn into what? Positive 2 plus or minus the square root of, what's negative 2 squared? 4. Then we have negative 4 times 5 would be negative 20. And negative 20 times 5? Negative 100.
Good job.
Over 2 times 5, which is 10. So then we can simplify some more. Let's subtract under our square root. So we have 2 plus or minus the square root of, what's 4 minus 100? Negative 96, awesome, over 10. Now you can't divide into the square root. You have to simplify the square root first. Let's simplify the square root of negative 96. The negative comes out and turns into what? An I, perfect. And what are 2 factors of 96?
Something and something.
It's even, so what do we know is going to go into it? 2. We can divide to find out what the other factor is. So 2 goes into 9 4 times with 1 left over. 2 goes into 16 8. What are 2 factors of 48? 2 and 24, perfect. And 2 factors of 24? 2 and 12. 2 factors of 12? 2 and 6. And 2 factors of 6? 3 and 2. It's a lot of 2's. So circle your pairs. We've got a pair of 2's here and a pair of 2's here. How many 2's come to the outside? 2. So if we take out 2 2's, what do we do with them? Multiply. So we have 4 that comes out because 2 times 2 would be 4. What else came to the outside? I. And what stays on the inside? What else? 2 times 3, which would be what? 6. Perfect. So here we have 2 plus or minus 4i square root 6 over 10. Now let's see, are all 3 of our whole numbers divisible by the same thing?
Yeah.
What? 2. We can divide them all by 2. So we get 1 plus or minus 2i square root 6. Do I divide the square root 6 also? No, you can't divide into the square root. Over 5. So this would be our answer. What should we do first for number 6?
Take out 2.
We can divide everything by 2. Let's make these numbers smaller to make it easier for us. So we have 3p squared minus 4p plus 3 equals 0. So what's our A? 3, what's B? -4 and C? 3. Let's plug everything in. So we have negative B, so -4, plus or minus the square root of -4 squared, minus 4 times A times C, so 4 times 3 times 3, over 2 times A, so 2 times 3. So it makes it +4, plus or minus.
16.
Awesome. -4 squared would be 16. Here we have -4 times 3 would be -12, and -12 times 3?
-36.
-36, perfect. Over 2 times 3, which is 6. So we have 4 plus or minus, what's 16 minus 36? -20 over 6. Could I divide all my numbers here? We got to take out the I, but we can't divide into the square root. So we got to simplify the square root first. So the square root of -20, we can take the negative out, turn it into an I. And then what are 2 factors of 20?
5 and 4.
5 and 4.
And 2 and 2.
And 2 factors of 4 would be 2 and 2. Perfect.
So we got 2.
Awesome. So this would be 4 plus or minus 2. What else comes to the outside? 2I square root 5 over 6.
And you can divide them all by 2.
Then we can divide them all by 2. So all 3 of our whole numbers are divisible by 2. So when we divide them all by 2, we get 2 plus or minus what? I square root 5 over 3. So that would be our answer.
You wouldn't put the 1, right?
You don't need to put the 1 because it would be like saying 1x. You don't put the coefficient of 1.